Bobtail searching for SA's next top dog. Get the unique code on pack and send in a picture of your best friend.
Well, you know, they say that a dog is a man's best friend, and this morning we are joined by our pet doctor, Dr. Roy, who's going to be shedding some light on urine marking. Good morning, Dr. Roy. Welcome to the show.
Yes, hello.
Now, you know, I've got a 6.5-year-old German Shepherd, and he urinates just about everywhere. If he could find a tire of someone's car, he will urinate on that. So I pretty much let him go and do his thing. But how does one know it's becoming a problem?
Look, Kia, it's really a change in behavior pattern. Dogs do mark territory. Dogs urinate. Male dogs cock their legs after they go through puberty. Female dogs squat. So you're seeing a pattern that you need to find out what's going on. There's a change in behavior. That's the critical thing. They start urinating more frequently. The females may squat numerous times, you know, repeatedly. The males cock their legs repeatedly. So you're looking for a change in behavior. And if you see a change in behavior, then you need to watch and see what's going on.
Now, does this affect, you know, dogs of any age? Does it reach a certain age and then you should be sort of keeping more an extra eye out for that?
The answer is yes, yes, and yes. This affects all dogs of all ages because it depends what the problem is. The presenting sign would be a change in behavior and increase in the frequency of urination.
Yeah.
The reasons are legion. In dogs, you can have kidney failure, liver failure, heart failure, organ failure can cause an increase in water intake, which in turn manifests as an increase in urination. Another very important disease is diabetes. So you get diseases in younger dogs.
Yeah.
There can be bladder infections, kidney infections. So an infectious process can affect dogs of all ages. But then certain organ failures, we see organ failure in dogs most commonly of advanced ages. So the symptom is increased frequency of urination. The causes, wow, from very young to very old.
Now, once I've seen the symptoms, what do I do?
Well, this is where you need to get down and dirty a little bit. You need to actually, first of all, try and observe your dog.
Yes.
What's it doing? Is it squatting frequently? Are there large volumes of urine produced? And then I tell people you need to actually try and examine the urine. And, you know, you can look at it on the floor. Or unfortunately, better still is if you maybe put a glove on or cover your hand with a towel so that you don't get the urine on your hand. Take a cup and actually try and get a urine sample because it tells you a fortune of information. You look at the urine. Is it cloudy? You know, we all know what urine...
As you would with yourself.
Yeah,
I mean,
we all know...
as adults, we do it
Absolutely.
ourselves.
We know what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look an amber, clear colour. So you look at it, is it cloudy? Is it too light? Is it too dark? Is it blood tinged? And another thing we should do is actually smell it. Because we know...
And you can tell by the smell also.
To a point, we know what it smells like, Just an interesting aside, diabetes mellitus. Mellitus is from the Greek word meaning sweet. And that causes marked urine changes. It causes changes in behavior patterns. But it's called mellitus because the physicians of old used to do what's called organoleptic testing.
Goodness,
and that means they tasted the urine.
And I won't be doing that, I'm sorry. How do I draw the line?
But mellitus means sweet in Greek, and they tasted it. So that's how they discovered that disease.
Now, we have got a caller on the line. It's Peter from East London. Good day, Peter. Do you have a question for Dr. Roy?
Yeah. Good morning. Just to make it very brief, I've got a little male dog that was picked up off the street and he's been with us for a while, but he's got a very bad habit. Whenever he wants to pass a stool, he backs up against a wall. Now, the male dogs would normally go along, lift up their leg and urinate, but this guy backs up against it and he's actually got to drop the stool as close to the wall as possible. In actual fact, he even likes to choose, your steps and so forth, and maybe you can give us some advice there.
Well, you know, there may be some sort of behavioral abnormality. I've heard of that before, and the short answer is I think you need to actually consult a behavior specialist. He may need to have some training to try and eliminate that problem. But I think before you do that even, get him to a vet and have him checked out because there may be an abnormality. He may have anal glands that are impacted. There could be a host of abnormalities. But if he's physically normal, then you certainly need the help of a behavior therapist.
Right, he is physically normal. We just thought there was a screw loose.
Then maybe that's why you need the behavior therapist.
Peter, thank you so much for your call.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Now,
you.
I have to say, there are a couple of things that happened with my dog as well, and I sort of questioned it and think, what's going on inside your head? Well, Dr. Roy, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
And, you know, the trick is, well, not the trick rather, but something that one should always be aware of is always be monitoring your dog to
Yes.
make sure that you're checking those behavior patterns to see exactly what they're doing, and then you'll know exactly what to do.
And then get thee to a vet.
And get thee to a vet.
Okay.
Love that one. And coming up right now, if you want to find out if your, or rather if you want to be a part of SA's Next Top Dog, your dog could be next. So take a look at how exactly you can do this.
Bobtail's looking for SA's next top dog to be a face of their brand. Up for grabs is a starring role for your dog in Bobtail's next billboard campaign, as well as an interview with you and your dog on Expresso. And a 2-night stay at the 12 Apostles Spa and Hotel for you and your winning dog. To enter, simply upload a picture of your dog doing something amazing onto Bobtail's website and enter the unique promotional code found on promotional packs of Bobtail. Like their page on Facebook to be kept up to date with the competition, and stay tuned to Expresso for weekly sneak peeks of the competition and help Bobtail choose SA's next top dog. Bobtail, for strong South African dogs.